Hello friends. So in this video we will be studying about the page replacement algorithms. So in the previous video we have seen that whenever a new page is to be brought into the memory, if there is no free frame, we have to swap out one process or a page into the backing store, and then we have to bring the new page inside. So which page is to be selected as a victim to be swapped out? So that using the page algorithm we are going to start it. So very critical job. So the algorithms for the page replacements also have to be very efficient enough to give the good results. So how do we evaluate? There are many page replacements algorithms. How do we evaluate them? Evaluate in the sense whether that is a better than algorithm is fine or still it takes improvement. How do we find out that? By we run this algorithm into the memory reference string and find out the page faults. So what is a memory reference string here? Memory reference string is a string of the memory references for the pages by that particular process. So now let us see these one by one. Now there you can see that 70103. These are reference string here. So 7, see these numbers get the pages. This is for this reference string, how the algorithm work, that is found out by finding the page faults into it. So let us study each of the algorithm one by one here. So first algorithm we are going to study, that is a FIFO algorithm, first in first out replacement algorithm. As the name itself indicates, what we will say by first in first out is that page who has come first will be replaced first. That is the philosophy followed here. So in the first step, a few data structure is like data structure here. Let us see how this will work for a reference string which we are having as an example. So initially and before running the algorithm against the reference string, we have to also know that how many free frames are available to us. So in all these examples, we are taking the free frames available, and using these free frames only we are doing the swapping of the pages. So let us take the initially all three frames will be empty. So when we reference for a 7th page number, so it will cause a page fault. So this is the first page which is referenced by the process. So 7 will be brought in. Next 0th page also causes a page fault because there is no 0 there. 0 will be taken in. Next page number 1. This also causes a page fault since page number 1 is not there. So 701. Now all the three frames are full here. So what is the next reference here? There is no place here in this frames here. So we have to replace one page. Which page to be replaced among the 7, 0 and 1 there? So which page? This is FIFO. So which page has come first? 7 has come first. So replace 7. So after replacing 7, we are having 0 and 1. Next page reference is 0. 0 is already present. So write it as it is. Next is 3. So 3 is not present in our frame here. We have to replace one of the pages here. Which page to be replaced? So now 2 has come first here. Between 2 has come just now. 0 is come and 1 is also come here. So 0 is the one which has come first. So take up 0 here and with 3 here. So 2, 3 and 1. What is the next page reference? It's again 0 here. So we have to replace in this. Which one is first come between 2, 3 and 1? 2 is come. 3 is come just now. 2 is come before that. And 1 is come before that. So 2 is the first one to be going out. So 0 here. So this is 2, 3 and 0. Then page reference 4. So 4 again no free frame here. We have to replace. Among 2, 3 and 0. Who has come first? 2 has come first. So I am going to replace that. So 4 and 0. So next page is 2 here. So there is no 2 which is 3 input among 4, has come first now. So 3 has come first. So I'm going to replace that one. So now 4 and 0. Now see here again we are having 3 here. So among 4, 2 and 0, who has come first? 0 has come first now. So I am replacing. So like this I am going on replacing here, and those frames for which I have put a tick mark here are the page faults. See here, this is not a page fault because 0 was already present in the frame and it is no need of doing a page replacement. So it is not a page fault here. So only those frames for which I have put a tick mark, those are the page faults. So how many page faults? There are totally 15 page faults for this FIFO replacement algorithm. What is the advantage of this FIFO replacement algorithm is it is very easy for implementing because it is just using the queue structure here. So using the queue data structure we can replace the pages. What is the disadvantage here? There are many page faults. Now you can see here we are replacing 0. We are replacing 0 with 3 here. In the next reference only again 0 is called. So the one we have removed is again referenced for the next page reference here. So this is the disadvantage. Many number of page faults occur because we are going to replace a page which is going to be referenced again in the coming reference string. So this is the disadvantage of the first in first out. According to this, we are having an anomaly here. Anomaly means error, but this anomaly says that page fault increases as the frames are allocated. See, when the frames will become full for a next page, again a page fault will be happening if that page is not present here. So page fault will go on starting to increase as and when the frames will be full. So that is called as Valaday's anomaly. So this first in first out is suffering from this Valaday's anomaly is error here. So next, after this FIFO to overcome, next we are going to study about the optimal page replacement algorithm. So what does this optimal page replacement algorithm says is replace that page that will be not used for a long time in the reference string. Means you have to replace that page which will not be used for a long time in the future reference. So that page we are going to replace here. Let us see how we are going to do here. So first initially 7, 0, 1 will cause a page faults. They will be brought into the frames here. Next 2 is not there. So among 7, 0, 1 which is to be replaced. Replace that page which is not going to be used for a longer time. See, 0 is going to be used in next year only. Then 1, 7 is going to be used here. Before that 1 is used. So 0, 1 and 7. 7 is the longest one which is not going to be used. So we are going to replace that one here. And we are bringing in 2, 0, 1. So next reference is 0. See, once more I will explain why I am replacing this 7 here. So in this optimal page replacement, you have to replace a page which is not going to be used for a longer time in the future reference. In the future reference we have to see here. So now here 7 is used here where 0 is used. 0 is used before that here. 1 is used here. So which one is used longer? Not reference for longer? 7. So I am going to replace this 7. So I have got a 2, 0, 1. Next reference is 0. 0 is already present here. No need to again replace. So next reference is 3 here. 3 is not present here. Among 2, 0 and 1. Which one to replace? Check for the future reference. 0 is the next one to reference. So we are not replacing it. Next 2 is also going to be referenced next after 0. So we are not going to replace it. So after this we are having 1 here. So 1 is not used for a long time. So we are replacing this 1 and bringing in 3 here. So 2, 0, 3 here. Next reference is 0 which is already present. Next reference is 4. 4 is not present in this one. Again try to replace. So check for the future reference. 2 is reference the next one, 3 is also the reference next to 2, then 0. So 0 is not reference for longest time. So replace the 0 here and bring in 4. So 2, 4 and 3. Next reference is 2. 2 is already present here. Next reference is 3. 3 is also present. Next reference is 0. 0 is not present here. Which one to reference? Check the future references now again. 2. 2 will be referenced here. 4 is not at all referenced. So directly replace 4 and bring in 0. So 2, 0 and 3. Next reference 3 is already present. 2 is already present. 1 is not present. So we are replacing 3, which is not at all referenced in the future one. So like this we are replacing here. So using these algorithms, just we are having a 9-page false, which is very less compared to the FIFO that where we are having the 15. This is the advantage, that is very less page false will be present here. This is not suffering from the Valaday's anomaly. What was Valaday's anomaly? As the frames becomes full, page fault starts on increasing. See here pages are full, is it not? But still page fault is not increasing. So this is not suffering from Valaday's anomaly. But what is the disadvantage here? We have to know the future string reference. So in this example, we know the future, we know the complete string. That is why we are replacing. Suppose if we do not know this reference string, which one to replace? It becomes difficult for assuming which one is not referenced for a long time in the future. So that is the disadvantage. We should be knowing which page will be not referenced for a longer time. Okay. So next one, after this optimal page replacement, we are going for the least recent used page replacement. LRU, least recently used page replacement. So here, which page we are replacing? We are replacing that page which which had not been used for the longest time, previously. So which is not used for the longest time in the previously. This is just as the optimal page replacement, but in the backward direction. There we were searching for the next reference in the future list, but here we have been searching in the backward in the previous list here. So first 3 false are obvious, that is there will be no pages in the memory, so it will cause a page fault. First 3 pages will be brought in. What about the next one? See here now. So next reference is 2 here. So among 701, which is to be replaced. See here, which one to replace? Replace that which was not used for a long time in the previously. So 7, see here, 7 was used first, 0 is used here and 1 is used here. Which is not used for a longer time, 7 is not used. In the backward direction you have to see here. So I am replacing 7 with 2 here. So 2, 0, 1. So 0 is present, we are not replacing anything. Next is 3. Among 2, 0 and 3, which one to replace? So 0 is just now used, 2 is used before 0, before that 1 is used. So 1 is not used for a longer amount of time, so replace 1 and we are bringing in 3 here. Next reference is 0, which is already present. Next reference is for 4. Just see now, 0 is just now used, 3 is used before that, 2 is used before 3. So 2 is the longest one which is not referenced, so replace 2 and bring in 4 here. So now 4, 0 and 3. Next reference is 2 here. Which one to replace? 4 is just now used, 0 is used before that, 3 is used before 0. So 3 is one which is not used for longer time. So remove 3, so it will be 4, 0 and 2. So next we are having 3 here. So check for the previous one and go on replacing like this. So this is the same as that of the optimal page replacement algorithm, but in the backward direction here. So with this we are having how many page faults? 12 page faults we are having. Actually this is the best algorithm among all the algorithms which we have seen till now, because see actually page faults present in the optimal page replacement is very less. But what is the main disadvantage there? We should be knowing the future reference string. Here page fault is more compared to the optimal page replacement in LRU. But still we can use this because no need of doing the future references. Directly previous references of the memory can be used and we are doing the page replacements. So this is a good algorithm which is not suffering again from the Paladin's anomaly also. So we are going to use these algorithms for the page replacements. Apart from these main three replacements, that is FIFO, optimal and LRU, we are having again different algorithms based on approximation using a reference bits here, that is LRU approximation page replacement. In this we are having, this is the main topic here, LRU approximation page algorithms. In this again we are having additional page replacement algorithms. So in these algorithms what will be having, a reference bit will be used here. So if it is set to 1, it means that the page has been referenced and you cannot replace that page. If the reference bit is 0, then we can understand that that page is not at all referenced and it is fit for the replacement. So this concept is used in the LRU here. So in this we can know which page is referenced, but we cannot understand the order in which we are using it. Okay. So see, whenever a reference bit is set, we can understand that that page is referenced. But when it is referenced, the order of that reference is not known here. In this LRU approximation page algorithms, we can determine which page have been used and which have not used by examining the reference bit, although we do not know the order of use. How to know the order of use then? Next we are going for the additional reference bit here. What we are going to do here? Ordering information can be obtained by recording the reference bit at regular interval of time. Means what? With every page we are setting an 8-bit byte here. So 8-bit byte is initially set to 0 here completely. So if that bit is used, referenced, if that particular page is referenced, then its reference bit is set to 1 here. And what happens at regular interval of time, shifting will take place. Shifting at regular interval time, the operating system shifts the reference bit each page into the higher order. Means right shifting takes place here. So when we are referencing, it will be the most significant bit will be, least significant bit will be set to 1. And at every interval of time, that 1 will be shifted to right side and the sign extension will be done here. Let us see example C. So at the regular interval of time, if the shift register contains 0 here, 8-bit zeros if it is present, it means that in 8 period of time this particular page is not at all used. It is not at all used here. Suppose if the shift register it is containing 1 all ones, then what it means, this page in the 8 period of time is referenced at least once. It is referenced at least once, because when you are shifting it to the right side, we are doing the sign extension. Is it not? We are not replacing it with a 0 here. We are doing a sign extension. That is why this particular page is referenced at least once here. So we will be knowing the order in which that particular page is referenced using this reference bit. Next we will be studying about the second chance algorithm. So what we are doing here is, while selecting the victim, we will observe its reference bit in the first round. If the reference bit is set to 1, it means that that page is referenced. We do not require the order here, just we require whether that page is referenced or not. So if that page is referenced, its reference bit will be set to 1. So then what we are doing? We are not replacing that page. We are moving to the next page for searching the victim. So if that particular page which is referenced will be given a second chance to survive in that process. So that process will end in the second chance. While giving a second chance, its reference bit will be cleared that time for the second chance, and the search will move further here for finding the victim. So this is the second chance algorithm. What we are doing here? So whenever we are searching for a victim here, we will observe the reference bit. if the reference bit is set to 1, we are not replacing. We are giving it a second chance for survival here. And while giving the second chance, its reference bit is again set to reset. Means it is set to 0 and the search for a victim continues. This is called as a second chance algorithm. And in the enhanced second chance, what we are going to do is, we are considering a ordered pair where the first bit will be telling it will be a reference bit, second bit will be telling it whether that page is modified or not. So if it's a 0, 0, it means that page is not referenced, it is not modified also. So neither it is referenced nor it is modified. So if it is 0 and 1 means it is not referenced, but it is modified. So 1, 0 means it is referenced, but it is not modified. 1, 1 means it is referenced also and it is modified also. Among these 4 ordered pair of these bits, first one is the best suitable for the replacement. Since it is not referenced and not modified also, that page can be selected as a victim for the page replacement. So depending upon these ordered pairs, that particular victim is chosen for the replacement. So next types of algorithms we are going to see wherein they will be using a counter. If it is referenced, the value of that counter will be incremented. If it is referenced, if that page is referenced, the value of that counter will be incremented. Each of the page will be having its own counters then. So in that first one we are having the least frequently used page replacement algorithm. So least frequently used means what? The page which is least used means it is having a lowest count. That count page should be replaced. Okay, so which page is having a least count, that page should be replaced here. That is least frequently used algorithm. Then next one is most frequently used algorithm. So in this most frequently used, what this algorithm is thinking is, the page with a low number of counter value might be just brought into the process, so it is having a less reference. So again for that a second chance will be given, and in the second chance again if the value of that particular counter is low, it will be replaced. So that is happening in the most frequently used page replacement algorithm. So next we are going to see about the page buffering algorithms. See, creating a new frame and allocating to the process is creating an overhead. Every time if there is a free frame we are using, if there is no free frame, what we will do into replacement. Instead of that we can create a new frame also, is it not? So but creating this new frame causes the overhead. For that what we are doing here, we are maintaining a pool of free frames. So whenever any page is to be brought in and there are no free frames, from this pool of free frames, one frame is taken and given to that new page. So then whenever that page finishes its task, it is leaving the process, so that frame is again given back to the pool of frames. So the system keeps a pool of frames all the time. Out of these frames only frames are given and handed back to the pool when the page is going out of that process. So this is buffering. Buffering means we are buffering whatever is present into that free frames. How we are, so the enhancement of this free frames, how we are doing here is modification. One modification to this one is, see, remember the pages which were present in those frames. For example, page number 1, 2, 3 were present in frame number 1, 2, 3. So page number 1, 2, 3 finished their task and they have left the process. But frame number 1, 2, 3 should remember that it contained page number 1, 2, 3. Why they should remember? Because in the next time, if page number 1, 2, 3 is referenced again, simply without bringing that particular page, because this frame is already remembered, it is having a copy, directly it can be used. Means what? Reading of the memory excess is avoided here. Remember the page which was present in that frame. So if that page is present in that frame, means a copy of that will be just kept. It is just like a buffer. Okay, a copy will be kept instead of simply reading that particular page from the memory, because reading from the memory takes more amount of time. instead of reading from the memory, since the frame is remembering, directly what we can do is we can take from that particular frame here. So this is one modification of the page buffering algorithms. So basic thing is what we are keeping a pool of frames here. Then a new page, when it is to be brought, one frame from this free pool is given to that page and we are storing that new page. After its task, page will leave the process, but the frame is given back again to the pool of free frames. And using these algorithms, we are doing the page replacement. And among all these, optimal page replacement is actually the best one with the less number of faults. But what is the main disadvantage there? We will be not knowing the future reference string. That is why the LRU replacement, that is least recently used algorithm, is considered as the best among all the algorithms.